everybody, and welcome to this week's newsletter. My hair's slightly awful, but I'm very pleased to be joined with Michael Dean in the Golf Lab today. Michael, you do have a canny resemblance to a tour player.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
This is a miniature Brooks Koepka. Okay.
Fat one.
No,
Wee fat one.
No, Koepka, is it?
Koepka.
Koepka.
Aye, whatever you want to say.
Whatever he is. Anyway, he looks quite like him. I look a bit like Jimmy Carr, so it's not great for me. But anyway, we've got him. What are you playing off of at the moment?
+1.
+1! So he's a bit of a ball striker. So we're going to test out Pro V1, Pro V1X, TP5 and TP5X. Okay, so we're going to see what the differences are for a really, really good player. Are they a lot or are they minuscule? Like mini Koepka. Okay, so let's get into it. So guys, this is Michael's numbers. I just want to stress from the start that these are averages of his three or four shots that he hit. I think if you look through all these numbers, especially with the shorter 75-yard shot, the differences aren't massive, okay? They aren't massive at all, but when you're measuring spin and launch and ball speed, you really need to be looking at strike to assess what's happening. But for Michael, he uses the Pro V1 at the moment. He made a really good point that I back up. When you're looking at a ball to use, you really want to work back from putting and chipping. He doesn't like a clicky feeling off of the wedge shots, for example. And if you're just looking at numbers and not assessing the feel of the golf ball, then you're really not working from the right place. If you want just pure distance and no feel, then maybe these premium balls aren't for you. But the biggest thing that we saw, and it was a little bit by accident, was young Fraser had laid out the TP5 and TP5X to try. So we tried them, and all the hype I'd heard about them, I wasn't too impressed. But then we realised that Fraser had actually given us the old golf ball, not the new one. So we tried the new one, and I think you'll see that the distance gain from last year's ball to this year's ball is quite remarkable. It is definitely up there with the Pro V, if not a little bit longer for Michael, but not necessarily longer for everybody. You must appreciate that. It's not... No ball is for one type of person. You have to like the feel. You have to appreciate the strike location, as I've said. But if you're looking at a premium ball and you want to try something different, then yeah, the TP5 new ball, not the old ball, is certainly punching right up there with the Pro V1. But again, these numbers are just a little bit of interest for you, and the startling thing is how much of an improvement there is on the new TP5 ball by Taylormade. Titleist are just consistent with their golf balls, and they do a wonderful job, as do many other golf balls. But if you want to see what's important to you, work back from the shorter clubs, and if total distance is what you're after with a little bit of feel, then yes, these premium balls are good. But which one would you use? We don't know until we try. I would say to Michael that trying the new TP5 out in the short game area, putting and stuff like that, to see how it feels. But it is slightly outperforming his Pro V1. Slightly. And there's not much differences if you look through the spin rates and launches. It is quite consistent through these golf balls. Although I would say that last year's TP5 is nowhere near as good as this year's. So I hope you enjoyed that. People love looking at numbers as I do. But as I stressed there, with a golf ball, you really want to be starting with the shorter irons and the putter, like the feel of the golf ball. As I said, Michael doesn't like a clicking noise off the golf ball, and he found that. I can't remember which one he said, but it is important that you like the sound and the feel of the golf ball. The Pro V1 is the world's most popular ball, and it does perform. It's very, very consistent, but when something says it's going to perform this way, it doesn't perform this way for everybody. So you need to try it. You need to like the feel of it. Look at the numbers, but don't just be sold in distance. Sometimes if you're using a ball you don't like the feel of, you're never going to it's the same as a golf club shaft or a club head. If you don't like the feel of something, you're not going to perform very well with it consistently. That's what I see. But the startling thing is how much better the TP5 ball is this year compared to last year. A big difference. I saw it, and it was by accident. So thank you, Fraser, for doing that. So if you want to try golf balls, come in. We'll give you all the premium golf balls, or even, how can I put it, slightly lower budget golf balls. Try them, see what you like the feel of. But again, it's all about measuring. And it's all about feel. Until next time.